Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the third part of our trip to Montenegro. Let's start this beautiful day. In the morning, we left our charming apartment with beautiful views and headed for the bus station. We wanted to go to the bar and then to Podgorica. For the last time, we look at the Bay of Kotor, the Old Town and the Fortress of St. John. We will miss this pretty city surrounded by beautiful mountains. The weather was great. Montenegro showed its most beautiful sight in the blazing sun. The road along the coast is one of the most beautiful we have ever seen. For this reason, it's better to travel by bus than by car to enjoy the view. We finally got to the bar. It's a fairly modern city with wide streets. We wanted to go to the beach, see the church of St. John Vladimir and have breakfast and lunch in one. In the afternoon, we wanted to take the train to Podgorica. Already from the bus, we could see the big white church of St. John Vladimir sparkling in the sun. Unfortunately, I couldn't take a picture, and as it turned out, we never saw it again. We got off at the station, checked when the train was coming to Podgorica, and when I started to read the timetable, it turned out that the train stopped at Virpazar station. And this is the village from which the ships start their cruises on the Skadar lake. We immediately changed the plan and bought tickets to the next train to Virpazar. I thought I would only be reachable by car. We immediately changed the plan and bought tickets to the train to Virpazar. I thought it would only be reachable by car, but it's possible in a few minutes by train from Bar. The subject of railways in Montenegro is also quite interesting, and it's not a very popular means of transport. Although the journey is very cheap, Montenegro has only two lines. One is Podgorica-Nikšić, the other starts in Bar and leads via Podgorica to Belgrade, and it's one of the most beautiful railway lines in the world. Quality is important here, not quantity. In Virpazar, we got on a boat quite quickly. It's not a tourist season, so we sail alone. There is a peace and quiet on the lake. Our small boat easily travels to different corners. It's just beautiful. There is water, mountains, birds, lilies, and that wonderful silence. Skadar Lake is the largest lake on the Balkan Peninsula, located on the border between Albania and Montenegro. Most of the lake is located on the Montenegrin side. Depending on the season, the area and colors of the lake vary considerably. Skadar Lake reaches almost 600 square kilometers in the winter, and in hot summer the water level drops to 350 square kilometers. Why is this happening? Well, several larger rivers flow into the lake, and the largest of them is Moratia. Every year since the beginning of October, the rivers are very raging and rising, which is due to the heavy rainfall in the north. In a few days, the water of Skadar Lake rises even a few meters. There are islands on the lake. For longer trip, you can explore some of them, and it's worth it, because on them there are historical monasteries. We enjoyed the view and the birds. The lake is one of the few places in Europe where pelicans are found. What is more, the symbol on the lake and the national park is the curling pelican, one of the heaviest birds in Europe. It's estimated that almost 280 bird species can be found on Skadar Lake, which accounts for about half of all bird species found in Europe. Carps, in which they live, can weigh up to 40 kilograms. Although the lake appears clean and well kept, the pelicans are less and less visible due to the pollution and growth on the shores. We saw one pelican. We were lucky once again. After the cruise, we were still without breakfast and lunch. We ate a delicious pizza, bought ice cream and chips, and headed to the train station. At the train station in Montenegro, I had the feeling that the time stood still, especially in a small village like Vir Pazar. In the evening we arrived in Podgorica. The accommodation we found in the excellent Hotel Terminus near the railway station. When we started, we visited Podgorica's recommended restaurant called Pod Volat, with local dishes. We ordered everything that is traditional and what we have not tasted yet. On the table were sausages made of minced meat called cevapi, a plate of grilled meat, nieguski sir, ivar, and a white paste whose name I don't remember. I also ordered chocolate cake because the waiter said it was traditional, homemade, so I had to try. We ordered too much. We ate too much. We couldn't move from our seats. When the waiter saw us, he laughed and said, "This is Balkans." I would say we walk back to our hotel, but it's better to say we turned upside down. And it was the third day of our trip. I invite you to the fourth and final movie from Montenegro, in which we will visit Podgorica, considered one of the ugliest and most boring capitals in the world. Is that true? We will check it out. Thanks for watching.